In this video, we will be discussing JavaScript functions. Now, a function is a block of code that can be called and reused multiple times. Right here, we have an example of a function. A function begins with the word function, has its function name, and then the function arguments that are placed in parentheses. Now, a function does not have to have any arguments, but if it does, they're always in parentheses, and they are separated by a comma. Now, functions are typically placed within the head of the document. They don't have to be, but typically they're within a script element in the head element. Now, the two types of functions I have here is a function that receives an argument and a function that returns data. In this function, the function that receives the argument, something is passed to this function or put in the parentheses when it's called that is placed into this variable first message, and then that variable is printed out here in this document.write message. Prints that message out within a paragraph tag. The other function here, this return message, does not receive an argument, but it returns a value. We use the return statement to send something back to where it was called. And in this case, it's going to return a string, saying this message was returned from a function. Now, to call a function, we have down here in the body of our document a script tag. And in that script tag, we call this print message. And we pass the argument, this message was printed from a function. So it takes this string here, puts it into this variable, and then prints it out there. Then we create a variable called return value. We set it equal to our call to our function. It calls that function, takes this result, this return, and places it into this variable. And then we just call a document.write, printing that variable. And those are functions in JavaScript.